And so we expect an appearance of Jesus to the disciples. Mark seems to know about it. So why doesn't he narrate it? Well, again, either it was lost, or he wasn't able to complete it, or he ended it there for some reason, which we don't know why today. So, and this ending of Mark, verses 9 through 20, where you pick up snakes and drink poison, it's 99.9%, and I really mean that. 99.9%. There's only a few who would take a contrary view. Even conservative scholars would say that those verses were added in the 2nd century. And the reason being is because, well, they are really strange. And they don't have the same grammar and vocabulary as the rest of Mark. So they do repeat certain things, like the woman going to the tomb. So it repeats part of that story, so it doesn't really seem to fit. So why were those verses put there? Because our best manuscripts end at chapter 16, verse 9, or 16, verse 8, which says, after the angel said, "Go back and tell the disciples and Peter that Jesus is he's risen from the dead, and he's going ahead of you to Galilee, and there you will see him, just as he promised." And he's referring back to chapter 14, verse 28, where Jesus makes that promise. And then it says, the women, out of fear and trembling, ran away and said nothing to no one. And that's how verse 8 ends. So that's kind of weird for the gospel to end that way. Why don't we have any of the appearances? So there's been basically three theories that are given for that over the years. Number one, Mark intended for his gospel to end there, and we're not certain why. And it's kind of like where there's 3 New Testament scholars in the room, there are 5 opinions. Every New Testament scholar writing a commentary has a different reason for why Mark ended at verse 8. So there's no agreement on that whatsoever on why he might have ended there. It's really awkward. The second reason is Mark did not intend for his gospel to end there. And he was unable to finish it. Maybe he died, got sick, or third, the ending was lost. So I tend to think that that's not where Mark, and a growing number of New Testament scholars think, the majority today think that Mark intended to end it there. A growing number of scholars, even some big names, are saying that Mark did not intend to end it there, and either it was lost or he died before he could complete it. So we really don't know. Skeptics like to say, yeah, but Mark's the earliest gospel and it doesn't mention resurrection appearances, so they were invented by Matthew, Luke, and John. But it's ridiculous because Paul writes before any of the Gospels were written. He mentions all these appearances in 1 Corinthians 15. And Mark, you've got Jesus predicting his death, resurrection, and his appearance to them, like in 14:28. After I rise from the dead, I will go ahead of you to Galilee and will appear to you there.